Good afternoon, everyone. The August 12th, 2025 meeting of the Seattle City Council will come to order. It is 2:03. I'm Sarah Nelson, Council President. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Strauss?
Here.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Here.
Councilmember Juarez?
Here.
Councilmember Kettle?
Here.
Councilmember Rink?
Present.
Councilmember Saka?
Here.
Councilmember Solomon?
Here.
And Council President Nelson.
Present.
8 present.
Thank you very much. There are no presentations today, and so now colleagues will start the hybrid public comment period. Public comment is limited to items on today's agenda, the Introduction and Referral Calendar, and the Council Work Program. Clerk, how many people are signed up to speak?
We have 2 in person, 2 remote.
All right, we'll give everybody 2 minutes and start with the in-person speakers.
The public comment period will be moderated in the following manner. The public comment period is up to 20 minutes. Speakers will be called in the order in which they registered. Speakers will alternate between sets of in-person and remote speakers until the public comment period has ended. Please begin by stating your name and the item that you are addressing. Speakers will hear a chime when 10 seconds are left of their time. Speakers' mics will be muted if they do not end their comments within the allotted time to allow us to call on the next speaker. The public comment period is now open, and we'll begin with the first speaker on the list.
Right. Bennett. Alston.
Good afternoon, Council. So, excuse me, quick follow-up. So you may recall back in May, I came in and I showed a screenshot from the Ann Davison campaign website in which she listed Councilmember Strauss as an endorser, even though I ran into the hallway and he said he had never actually endorsed her. So, and I had mentioned here that I'd filed a complaint with the Public Disclosure Commission. And just this morning, they sent me an email where the campaign had gotten back to her and they said there were plans for discussions with Councilmember Strauss regarding a potential endorsement. During a recent website update, a draft target list, not the final endorsement list, was mistakenly sent to our web designer. So I was always 99% sure that they were going to say this was some type of accident, but it still does seem odd. I mean, there's people who get in trouble for things all the time. You probably recall Sean Scott got fined, I think, $11,000 for taking a deduction for haircuts as a campaign expense because if it was an accident, he thought that's what the rule was. So, I mean, it seems like there's also a moral hazard thing where this is actually incentivizing people for not running a tight ship, because then when something like this happens, you can claim it was an accident. So anyway, they've closed the investigation. It is what it is. I'm just following up. Rest of public comment. I wanted to make a point of order regarding the rules for public comment at a special meeting at 1 o'clock rolls into a general meeting at 2 o'clock. I would say that in that case, you either have to allow either special and general public comment at the beginning of the combined meeting, or when the general meeting starts at 2, you have to stop the meeting and then allow a separate period there for general public comment at 2 o'clock. Because there was the meeting that I came to where they were talking about D5 appointments, and that was the combined special and general one. At the beginning, I was talking about thanking you guys for standing up to Trump, among other things, and there was a question of whether that was breaking the rules. Now, I did not intend to break the rules that time. I've been escorted out of here in handcuffs once. I was not trying to do it again. But I believe that my interpretation of the rules was correct. If it's a combined meeting, you have to allow both general and special public comment at the beginning of the meeting. Thank you.
We have Yvette Dinish.
Excuse me. Good afternoon, council members. And first and foremost, I pledge allegiance to the flag in the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We used to have to do that in school back in my day. I also primarily wanted to come and thank you all for the thankless work you do, let alone the budget. I thought about running for council a few years ago thinking I could do a better job. And then after I went through the People's Academy for Community Engagement course, I learned that how excruciating the budget process is. I decided, no, I can let that go. So thank you for that at the very least. And also thank you for monies well spent in the community. The Torchlight Parade, which is where I got my little bauble, was fabulous. I loved the new venue, going down Alaska Way and near the new park. It was just so zen and well received. And so thank you for that. And also for money spent on other events in the community. I love the hair girl. Like the Emoja Fest, the NIA Fest, the Othello International Festival, and other events that are going that are free and always are all sponsored somewhat through the City of Seattle funding. And thank you for that. And then I also want to thank other organizations that you fund in the community that do great work, like Gifts of Hope with back to school programs, and then they're actually taking 20 Black kids to Africa through the funding that the city of Seattle provides to them and other organizations, and to allow Joanne Hand, who also does back to school programs and other worthy events in the community that serve the community very well, particularly underserved communities like Skyway. And then lastly, I sent you guys an email a couple weeks ago regarding the Democracy Voucher Program, which is noble, in fact, but it's not very well used. And then also for the housing solutions, let's gauge the high school students in coming up with some solutions.
We'll move into remote speakers.
Okay, our first remote speaker is Alberto Alvarez, to be followed by David Haynes. Callers, please press *6 when you hear the prompt that you have been unmuted. Go ahead, Alberto.
Thank you. Mass surveillance tools are easy for any volatile government to weaponize against Seattle residents and visitors. With mass surveillance, no amount of promise or guarantee can stop that. Abortion care and trans care patients will fall victim to bounty hunter laws from the other states, when it is a fact that the administration is moving against the freedoms of women and the rights of the LGBTQ+. Tell our guests to our city that part of the city will be off limits to them as inhumane and discriminatory. This council is happy to say a lot and do nothing to help communities who are in crisis as of this very moment. Stop expanding mass surveillance. Stop serving up our city to a fascist takeover. Have a good day.
The next speaker is David Haynes. Please go ahead, David.
Hi, it's a lot easier to convince the federal government to pony up $1 billion to help solve the homeless crisis and the public safety crisis. And then with the noble use of the resources available on the regional levels, that includes the state and the federal government. Yet I don't see that in the so-called collaboration with the progressive Democrats, who always fill in the blanks with the same talking points, blaming the white man for all of the failures of the Democrat Party, who've imploded our society, opened the border to customs violators, and then failed to vet the proper interpretation of a migrant and protect them. Instead, they would rather act like they're running interference for the criminal cartel underworld, as if the cops are the biggest threat to the community, proving that we don't have stable mental health inside America because people are being race-baited and scaremongered and button-pushed with voting blocks of perversion, hate, and racism that has tainted the lens upon which this city council and city hall looks through to decide the fate of their policies. That makes people realize that, in fact, Trump was elected to purge the evil within the progressive party that go through with pedophile grooming policies that want to sex change your child while you're at work, while acting like they're doing you a favor, spying you at the kitchen table, while the whole time they refuse to solve the homeless crisis and the public safety crisis because they're either appeasing devil's advocates and browbeating bullies who pocket money acting like they're an expert at gun violence and community passageways that are running interference for these evil adults that are misguiding the youth. But yet the whole time, the National Guard could be used to build the capacity of the shelter to implement the tax that has 25% of it in a resolution that's non-binding that would justify using that money to solve the homeless crisis and the housing crisis and the behavioral crisis and the drug crisis with authorized encampments instead of giving the wraparound full services to the junkie self-destructives. Give that to the innocent homeless.
Thank you. There are no additional remote speakers.
All right, we've reached the end of our list of speakers, so the public comment period is now closed. If there's no objection, the introduction and referral calendar will be adopted. All right, hearing no objection, the introduction and referral calendar is adopted. Hearing no objection, if there's no objection, the agenda will be adopted. And hearing none, the agenda is adopted. We'll now consider the proposed consent calendar. And the items on the proposed consent calendar are the minutes of August 4th and 5th, 2025, Council Bill 121054, payment of bills, and 3 appointments from the Finance, Native Communities, and Tribal Governments Committee. Are there any items that council members would like to remove from the consent calendar? All right, hearing none, I move to adopt the consent calendar. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to adopt the consent calendar. Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the consent calendar?
Councilmember Strauss,
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez,
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle,
Aye.
Councilmember Rink,
Yes.
Councilmember Saka,
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon,
Aye.
and Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The consent calendar items are adopted. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation and the minutes on my behalf? All right. Will the clerk please read item 1 into the record?
The report of the City Council, Agenda Item 1, Council Bill 121059, amending Ordinance 127259 to correct a technical error on the duration of business and occupation tax rates.
All right. Councilmember Rink, you're recognized in order to move item 1.
Right. I believe I say I move to pass Council Bill 121059.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to pass the bill. Now, Councilmember Rink, as sponsor, you're recognized in order to address it.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues, as Central Staff Director Noble described yesterday, this bill addresses purely technical errors that were inadvertently included in the ballot measure we approved at last week's meeting. By making these corrections now, we will ensure that the ordinance presented to the voters and reflected in the voters' pamphlet will accurately reflect our original legislative intent. City staff have coordinated with King County Elections on this approach, and I want to express my appreciation to all involved in identifying and now implementing these corrective actions, most especially our central staff. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you for that. Are there any comments, questions? All right. Not hearing any, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss,
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez,
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle,
Aye.
Councilmember Rink,
Yes.
Councilmember Saka,
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon,
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? And will the clerk please read item 2 into the record?
The report of the Select Budget Committee, Agenda Item 2, Council Bill 121042, amending Ordinance 127156, which adopted the 2025 budget, changing appropriations to various departments and budget control levels from various funds in the budget, and ratifying and confirming certain prior acts. The committee recommends the bill pass with Councilmember Strauss, Hollingsworth, Juarez, Nelson, Rink, Saka, and Solomon in favor, and Councilmember Rivera opposed.
All right. Councilmember Strauss, as chair of the committee, you're recognized in order to address it.
Thank you, Council President. The Select Budget Committee has 2 pieces of legislation coming before Council today. This is the 2024 carry forward legislation. There are 2 bills within it, 121042 and 121029. These 2 bills together, and I know that I'll speak to them separately as well. This first one is the carry forward. This legislation carries forward underspend from last year and makes investments that are critically important for our city and that our community will feel this year. Just to call out a few investments, there are investments in affordable housing, investments in the Equitable Development Initiative, nearly $100,000 for after-school meal for kids experiencing homelessness, funding for Hope Corps and the Rainier Valley African American Art Hub, and more than $200,000 to upgrade the Langston Hughes Performing Arts Hub. The second is the payroll expense tax, the Jumpstart Transfer Ordinance, which I'll speak to in just a minute. This bill before us, well, actually, as I'm now getting into speaking about the Jumpstart exchange, so that's what the carry forward does. Thank you, Council President.
Are there any comments?
I'm sorry, I think I spoke to the wrong one first. So just to clarify, are we on 121059 or 042?
29. It's the carry forward.
29?
Yes, 29.
So then I did do it correctly. Great. You did, sorry. Thank you.
So just to be clear, is the, I'm also questioning, what?
It was 4.2, correct. 4.2 is the payroll expense tax bill.
And that is, and
Yes.
so the bill before us right now is 1210.
042.
042. So let me speak to this bill. I've already spoken to the carry forward. The second, which is this bill before us, is the Jumpstart Transfer Ordinance. It essentially makes the carry forward make sense on our city's budget's balance sheets. As stated last year when we made changes to the Jumpstart legislation, as I stated then, if the Jumpstart revenues dipped, then the general fund should refill those funds. Unfortunately, this situation occurred, and this action today adds general funds to the Jumpstart Fund in order to balance our sheets. It resolves the 2025 unbalanced status of the Jumpstart Fund after applying the carry forward in understanding that receipts came in below projections last year. Thank you.
Any comments on that? All right. So right now we're voting on the legislation that that's sort of the fix to the main carry forward. So if there are no questions or comments, let's go ahead and take a vote on item 2, Council Bill 121042.
Councilmember Strauss,
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez,
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle,
Aye.
Councilmember Rink,
Yes.
Councilmember Saka,
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon,
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? And will the clerk please read item 3 into the record?
Agenda item 3, Council Bill 121029, amending Ordinance 127-156, which adopted the 2025 budget, including 2025 through 2030 capital improvement program. The committee recommends the bill pass with Councilmember Strauss, Hollingsworth, Juarez, Nelson, Rink, Saka, and Solomon in favor, and Councilmember DeVetto opposed.
All right. Councilmember Strauss, as chair of the committee, you're recognized in order to address it. I recognize that you already did, so I didn't, but I wanted to go by the book here.
Thank you. Yes, the investments that I just called out into affordable housing, equitable development initiative, after school meals for kids experiencing homelessness, Hope Corps and the Rainier Valley American Art Hub, African American Art Hub, and the upgrades to the Langston Hughes Performing Arts Center. These are all funds that were set aside and appropriated to be used and were not spent this last year, and so we are now carrying them forward from last year to this year. I urge a yes vote.
Okay, are there any questions or comments? All right, well, I'll make a comment because I have spoken about this before on the record. I have voiced concern that this is a $169.2 million carry forward, and that is money not spent on really important work, as Councilmember or Finance Chair Strauss just mentioned, housing, school programs, et cetera, school lunch programs, et cetera. The list goes on. But the point is that it really does. It just brings up questions about how, what slows us down getting the money out the door. And I really appreciate Director Eder going through a really thorough line-by-line explanation of all the, of some of the items that I had questions about. And he also noted that this is money that is considered legislative carry forward. There's also, I can't remember how much he said exactly, but there are millions of dollars that are automatically carried forward until spent by the city. The point is that we as a city government must have a better way of making sure that the money that is allocated actually gets spent. There are many reasons why it isn't year to year, and I'm simply making a call for I guess just more rigor, and as the oversight body, we do have to make sure that maybe we ourselves are allocating inappropriate amounts to certain things, and we all need to be a little bit tighter. The bottom line is that we're in this together, the executive and the council, and we need to make sure that the money's getting out the door to actually implement both of our intentions and get the work that we intend to get done. So, if there aren't any other comments, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Thank you. Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
And Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
All right, the bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? And will the clerk please read item 4 into the record?
The report of the Land Use Committee, Agenda Item 4, Council Bill 121009, relating to land use and zoning, amending sections 23.22, .024, .064, .066, .070, .072, and .078 of Seattle Municipal Code, and repealing subchapter 4 of Chapter 23.22, consisting of sections 23.22, .028, .084, .086, and .088 of the Seattle Municipal Code to update subdivision procedures. The committee recommends the bill pass.
All right, Councilmember Solomon, as chair of the committee, you're recognized in order to address it.
Thank you, Council President. This legislation amends the city's subdivision regulations in order to delegate the council's role in approving final subdivision plans to the Seattle Department of Transportation. Review of final subdivisions is limited to review that conditions imposed on the subdivision are included in final subdivision plans. As such, final approval of a subdivision is a ministerial act with little or no discretion on the part of the council. By removing the council's ministerial role in this process, we can simplify the subdivision process, thereby saving time, money, and council resources. This legislation passed with a 4-0 vote at the Land Use Committee last week, and I ask for your support to streamline our subdivision approach and pass this bill.
All right, any questions, comments? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth? Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Thank you. Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? And will the chair please read item 5 into the record?
The report of the Transportation Committee, Agenda Item 5, Council Bill 121016, relating to the Northeast 130th Street and Northeast 125th Street Mobility and Safety Project. The committee recommends the bill pass.
Okay, Councilmember Saka, as chair of the committee, are recognized to address this legislation.
All right, thank you, Madam Council President and colleagues. This piece of legislation would formally accept the 72 square feet of property located at the northeast corner of 130th Street and 1st Avenue Northeast. The deed was recorded with King County in April 2024. Acquisition cost was approximately $6,500. This supports SDOT's Northeast 130th Street and Northwest 125th Street Mobility and Safety Project. It also provides right-of-way for sidewalks, signals, and other transportation infrastructure at the corner of this intersection. Northeast 130th Street and Northeast 125th Street Mobility and Safety Project transportation. Mobility and safety improvements to make it easier and more comfortable for people walking, biking, rolling, and taking transit in this specific geographic area. I note that this passed out of committee unanimously, and I ask for your support. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Thank you. The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? Okay, there's a lot of transportation on this agenda. Will the clerk please read item 6 through 10, I believe, 6 through 10 into the record?
Agenda items 6 through 10, Council Bill 121-017, accepting various deeds for alley or street purposes. Council Bill 121-018, accepting 25 limited purpose easements for public sidewalk, alley turnaround, and signal pole purposes. Council Bill 121-019, accepting various deeds for street or alley purposes. Council Bill 121-020, accepting 25 limited purpose easements for public sidewalk, alley turnaround, street turnaround, and signal pole purposes. And Council Bill 121-021, accepting various deeds for street or alley purposes. The committee recommends that these bills pass.
All right, items 6 through 10 were read into the record and will be addressed together. A separate vote will be requested for each item. Councilmember Saka, as chair of the committee, you're recognized to address them all.
Excellent. Thank you, Madam Council President. And your comment that this is a very transportation-heavy agenda is really music to my ears. So thank you, colleagues, for geeking out with me on the exciting world of transportation policy, including these really micro, nitty-gritty, important technical details. So this is ministerial legislation and does not at all reflect a policy choice. However, Council is required to formally approve certain real estate transactions such as these. So each of the listed and mentioned council bills bundles approximately 25 real estate transactions. And then these rights are assigned to the city as a condition of private development activity. These transactions have already been recorded with King County. The legislation is just our city's formal step of accepting these rights. Again, no policy choice at play here, something we are required to do under charter. This ministerial technical detail, and again, copy and paste these same comments, port them over to the extent we need to vote on all 5 items individually, copy and paste these same comments, port them over to all the remaining 4, because they apply there with equal force. Pass unanimously out of committee. Ask for your support. Thank you.
All right, are there any questions or comments we should copy and paste across the board? All right, seeing none, will the clerk please read the, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill under item 6?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Rivera? Sorry, Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? All right, item 7, Council Bill 121018 was read into the record. Are there any final comments? Hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? Item 8, Council Bill 121019 was read into the record. Will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Aye.
Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? Let's see. Item 9, Council Bill 121020 was read into the record and there were no comments. Will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez? Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka.
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon. Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? Item 10, Council Bill 121021 was read into the record. No questions on it. Will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss.
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth.
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez.
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle.
Aye.
Councilmember Rink.
Yes.
Councilmember Saka.
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon.
Aye.
Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? Will the clerk please read item 11 into the record?
Agenda item 11, Council Bill 121026, vacating the alley in Block 14, Jaws C. Kinnears, addition to the City of Seattle in the North Rainier Hub Urban Village neighborhood, and accepting property use and development agreement on the petition of Grand Street Commons LLC, now Grand Street Commons, MBH LLLP. The committee recommends the bill pass.
All right. Councilmember Saka, please continue.
Thank you, Madam Council President and colleagues. After passing 5 substantially similar primarily ministerial bills, this is I imagine for you all, a needed departure from the seemingly rote exercise that we just went through, but some more fun, maybe. So this is for the Grant Street Commons. This is Council Bill 121026. It is the final approval of an alley vacation. The Grant Street Commons is a 3-block development located between Rainier Avenue South and 23rd Avenue South around South Grand Street in the Judkins Park, North Rainier neighborhood in Council District 3, Councilmember Hollingsworth's district. Across the street from District 2, Councilmember Solomon's district. A couple blocks south of the new Judkins Park light rail station in particular. So the total project includes 775 units, including 364 affordable units and 50,000 square feet of commercial space. The specific building that was facilitated by the alley vacation is owned by Mount Baker Housing and includes 206 affordable units in a mixed-use building. One of the ground floor tenants is the Cultural Space Agency, which has some permanent space in the building for various arts activities. Other public benefits include an 11,600 square foot public plaza incorporating public art and a water feature. Approval of the vacation was first granted in 2018. Passing the council bill before us will allow for the transfer of ownership of the alley to Mount Baker Housing and recording of a property use and development agreement to ensure the long-term maintenance of the plaza and art space remains. Again, passed out of committee unanimously and ask for your support here today. Thank you.
Are there any comments? Well, I do want to note that I share your excitement when an alley vacation is up for final vote, and especially this one, given the description of the public benefits that it will allow. All right, seeing no other comments, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the bill?
Councilmember Strauss.
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth.
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez.
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle.
Aye.
Councilmember Rink.
Yes.
Councilmember Saka.
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon. Aye. Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
The bill passes and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? All right. There were no items removed from the consent calendar, so will the clerk please read item 12 into the record?
Agenda item 12, Resolution 32180, declaring the intent of the City Council to hold a public hearing relating to modifying the exceptions to the levy of special assessment of the West Seattle Junction Business Improvement Area.
Thank you very much. This is a procedural formality, everybody, not a substantive vote on the underlying BIA amendment. The executive transmitted legislation last week to amend the West Seattle Junction BIA, Business Improvement Area. State law requires that amendments that impact a BIA's assessments need to have a public hearing, and that a resolution giving notice of a public hearing must be adopted by council at least 15 days before the actual public hearing. So that's what we're doing here. Because of council recess, we need to accelerate the timing of the public hearing notice resolution so that it can be adopted more than 15 days before the September 11th Governance, Accountability, and Economic Development Committee meeting, when the hearing is scheduled to take place. And it's at that meeting that you'll be able to learn all about the amendment itself. So that is what we're doing today. Are there any questions? All right. Let me see. Did I say was I supposed to move this? All right. I move resolution 32180. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. It's been moved and seconded. I have explained it. Seeing no hands up, will the clerk please call the roll on the passage of the resolution?
Councilmember Strauss?
Aye.
Councilmember Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Councilmember Juarez?
Aye.
Councilmember Kettle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rink?
Yes.
Councilmember Saka?
Aye.
Councilmember Solomon?
Aye.
And Council President Nelson.
Aye.
8 in favor, none opposed.
Okay, the motion carried, the resolution is adopted, and the chair will sign it. Will the clerk please affix my signature to the legislation on my behalf? All right, folks, is there any further business to come before the council? All right, hearing and seeing none.
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Council President. I apologize.
Go for it.
Thank you. Council President, I apologize. I asked to be excused from 9-2 and 9-9 full council meeting, please.
All right. Is there any objection to Councilmember Hollingsworth being excused from the September 2nd and September 9th City Council meetings? All right. I'll let you guys figure this one out offline. Okay. Hearing none, you are excused for the September 2nd and September 9th City Council meetings.
Thank you, Council President.
Okay. Is there anything else? All right. Seeing none, we've reached the end of today's agenda. It is 2:40, and council will be on recess starting the August 18th through August 29th. Our next regularly scheduled City Council meeting is on September 2nd at 2 p.m. All right. Don't miss us too much out there, you guys. Hearing no further business, it is 2:40 still, and we are adjourned.